Boom, boom, boom.
Here we are.
Notification gang. Look at that. That is silky smooth.
Why don't they give us more
Notification gang. My phone's going off.
options?
Who's notification gang?
Ooh.
Welcome,
yep.
welcome to the professional broadcasting studios.
Oh, there we go. Made them a little bit smaller. That's better. Pushing buttons, mate.
Oh, I
Pushing
love pushing buttons.
buttons.
I thought we were going A4 spec in the
Buttons.
triple things all the way around, but clearly I was wrong. How are we?
Good.
I
You.
assume the fact that I got a notification means we are live and talking in public right now.
Does say live, minute 46 with 0 people.
Oh, lovely. Just bringing in the big crowds here.
All right. Stream's
Not
over.
easy to do. Not easy to do. So what's news, fellas?
Not much on my end. How about you, Fibs?
No, not much on my end. How about your end?
Yeah, the good end. Joking, welcome. Oh, look at that. He's flicking more buttons. Yeah, so I've just been grinding away on iRacing anyway.
Joking.
Just 9 to 5, Monday to Wednesday.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Well.
ventured into the open wheelers, mate.
Oh, really? Really?
Yeah,
Is that a picture of you crashing in the background?
that is me in my. I wouldn't know which way to lean, but I think I just have to slide out of the shot, just all smooth like.
Oh, that's the race where you crossed the line.
Yeah.
With the wheel hanging off, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
where I came across on the Apex, and there was a car there. He wasn't there moments earlier, but
Baz, South Oz.
Fellas?
welcome. How are we all?
So everyone into the iRate, Joe. Still, you're everything, mate, aren't you? Your iRacing subscription's going to run out soon, mate. What are you going to do?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I have to make a big decision, boys.
Oh, really?
It's
Yeah.
not a decision, mate. Come on.
So you got into the club so early you've almost expired.
I got a $5 3 months subscription.
Oh yeah.
and tried with the old video card and couldn't get it running, so I let that fall to the wayside.
Yep.
And then they just kept sending me emails saying, do you want to join back? Do you want to join back? And I'm like, no, I can't do this. And then I got the new card, and then they sent me an email a few months ago saying, here, have another 3 months for $5.
Oh,
So
lovely.
That's when I started playing again, and then that's about to run out.
Yeah, crazy.
Get ready
Yeah,
to
I-
spend your 100 US, mate.
I want to know what life's going to be like when you have to pay full price. Like, do you reckon if I just let mine lapse, they'll just offer me that $20 for 1 year again? You can
I'm
only wish,
tempted
can't
to
you?
find out, actually.
Yeah, me too.
Not
So you reckon I'll be addicted?
you already have.
Yeah, Baz, the hair is down, mate. I just got out of the shower. Just jumped behind the computer.
Sweet looking
Friday.
shirt, mate.
Friday, is it Friday evening? Yes, Friday night here. Dinner's on the way. It's Friday night. My weekend's about to begin. Got a couple of refreshments on the desk already.
Nice hat.
Yeah, it's really starting. Really trying to wind down for the weekend. Yeah, nice hat, Ferbs. Looks really good on you, mate. Little.
Looks good on you too, mate. Nice
Oh,
shirt, Joe.
yeah, I've gone the red, grey. Oh,
Thank
PlayStation.
you. Thank you.
Oh, what
Did you
shirt are
get
you
that
wearing,
from-
Ferbs?
Where'd you get that from? Oh, just a work shirt. There we go.
Oh, watch out,
Oh,
street style.
of course.
Yeah,
No,
we
I
were
got
saying
this
that
shirt
in the
from
green
Furby.
room. They're joking. Oh, did you?
Yes. What were you saying? Sorry. Before I read that.
Oh, that was
Good format, guys.
yeah.
Well done.
Why isn't Jad Nitro? Nitro. Joker's just saying, why aren't you wearing the Nitro hat? I said we were discussing that in the green room just before we came to air.
Yeah.
Dad doesn't like supporting all the young streamers.
He's too young. He's under the age of 30. That's it. You're banned. Instantly on the ban list, mate.
That's
Sooner
it.
it'll be streamers under 40. Nah, don't watch anyone under 40, mate.
Yeah, well, do I buy a nitro hat or do I renew my subscription?
Oh, these are the big questions. These are the big
Well,
questions.
Tough calls.
It's inevitable. We're already paying full price anyway, Inks. I mean, every week you're buying something. You make me want to buy something. Then you got to buy tracks just to race. So
Yeah, it is a deep, dark hole that Laz is going to have to pay for. It's going to have to come back around eventually. I was so happy in that other land far, far away. It was so beautiful, and I never wanted to see this grass. It didn't interest me in the slightest. But now I'm here. We're going all in.
yeah, the other game. We don't play the other game anymore.
It has been quite difficult actually to get. Not difficult. What would be the correct word? Well, it's been fun. I like the adventure actually. I really wasn't a huge fan of how difficult it was or is. Like, and when I say difficult, not the driving part. You know, all the shit that goes around it.
Push a buttons, setting up.
Yeah, that kind of shit doesn't interest me in the slightest.
Yeah, but how good is everybody getting when there's something wrong? You just keep pushing buttons, and then it always works. We've got Jad anyway. Jad knows everything.
Yeah, he's gonna hook us up.
Sure.
Anybody needs Assetto mods, Jad's your man. He's got my Assetto looking photo.
Yeah.
Got to say, photorealistic. Looks mint.
Definitely. How did the end of the stream go the other day on Grand Theft Auto? That was pretty mega.
Yeah, your little GTA adventures, Jad.
Oh yeah, very fun. It just came up for $15 on Eniba, the website. So I thought I'm going to try this, and then I saw that there were some mods for obviously the graphics to bump them up a bit because the game's so old now.
Yeah.
And then there was a steering wheel and pedals mod with all sorts of functions in it to get the force feedback going. So as soon as you jump in, you just change it to your first-person view and drive away.
Yeah, it looked pretty mega. I remember dreaming about that, but like you were saying, I think because you normally play that game in third person, don't you? So like the when you crash into all the trucks, it doesn't feel that bad. But in first person, I think it would be jarring and jolting all the time, especially getting T-boned, because it would be almost too realistic, like getting T-boned in real life. It would just come out of nowhere. It's out of your peripherals. You can't see it. So,
well, the next level would be to do that plus VR.
Oh, mate. Yeah, that would be all right, wouldn't it?
I don't think I have the power to do that just yet, but
there is a mod for it.
Yeah.
Oh, guys go crazy, don't they?
You've spent the last day or so modding your PSVR into ACC, and not too shaps there, bud.
So yeah, apologies to my title of the video. People thinking I'm playing ACC on the PlayStation in VR. No. So we've just hooked up the PlayStation VR to the PC through Steam, and then that just tricks Steam into thinking it's a normal VR for PC, and then if you got the graphics card to do it, it works pretty good.
Looks all right, mate. So you're going to buy PC VR, aren't you?
Absolutely, yes.
That'll be the next thing.
Yeah, you're going all in, mate, and then you're definitely getting your iRacing subscription, mate, because apparently iRacing's all about VR.
I hear this, yes.
Yeah.
I want to try that before I make any further purchases, just to make sure that it is as good as they say it is.
Purchases.
I've heard money. Well, this is it, isn't it? It's cash cow, mate. That's why they still do it. That's why we're
having fun doing it, but aren't we?
So, quick question then: have either of you done a sum total of how much you've spent in iRacing so far?
I'm not willing to disclose that in a public environment.
Well, you don't have to give an actual number, but Just the look on your face will tell it all.
On this live forum with Miss Furby probably lurking. Thanks, Jad and Inks, for buying me all the tracks and cars I needed.
Yeah, I donated a lot to a lot of people. Now, I am fairly embarrassed, but I've got 4 6-packs. So I've got a slab.
I see. Yes, I understand.
Yes.
Ooh.
For if you know, you know. And yeah, that's my house deposit and my baby fund getting whittled away.
I hear PS5s and Xboxes are a little bit cheaper than that.
Yeah, definitely.
This is true.
Nah, it definitely hurts. But like what I think of like is what. Well, I justify it from the amount of value Gran Turismo gave me. Like if I got 3 years out of Gran Turismo without spending pretty much a single cent, so I've got 3 years of iRacing that I could have been purchasing to use before I actually start spending any money on iRacing. So this is the hypothetical packs that I would have bought if I'd started playing iRacing 3 years ago. That's the way I justify it to myself. That's mental gymnastics.
Well played. Well played. Yeah. I might use that with my wife.
Yeah, I'm fairly happy with myself. Like I can actually sleep at night now. So Joking with the questions.
Question from Joking. So
okay.
Is one of us going to join in one of those series on Race Stars TV that gets broadcast? At this stage, Joking, that's a big no from me. I'm not ready for that sort of stuff, and the series that I wanted to join is ending soon. So
that would be cool, though.
It would be fun, but yeah, you won't see me in a V8. I hate V8s.
Yeah.
Not Australian.
I'd be interested in, but
and I would dare say I'm asleep when those videos are on.
Yeah, for your time zone, yeah, I know a lot of the races sort of start 8, 9, 10 o'clock because everyone's working, of course. So.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you're in Oz and you got to come home, you got to have dinner, blah blah blah, boot up the power station.
It is a bit hard. Maybe eventually.
Yeah,
for sure. But we are trying to get Luke to come on the show to.
I was
have
just
a chat.
Scrolling back past Baz's thing, hey, the transition between GDS and iRacing is not easy, especially if you think you're quick. Well, I've got news for that. This is one thing I found really interesting that I was talking to Furby the other day. I just did some time attack at Red Bull Ring, and then I compared it against that Dorian N guy in the data logger as his overlay versus my overlay. And all my brake points and throttle applications were exactly spot on, Baz, and he is a 7,000k player. I just couldn't produce the lap that he could. So I think you definitely know where to brake it. I think it's just the different handling techniques. Like I was really shocked at how close I was to the right areas already, even though the speed wasn't necessarily there. Like all the braking and accelerating and turning inputs were all almost at the right times. So there was nothing in it. So I think
it's a good point. Sort of Baz picks up though. I mean, I read that as also coming.
I think
not being super fast in GT sport myself, but quick enough. Coming to iRacing, you soon learn that you are a very small player.
That's the best bit.
Amongst dudes who are insane. Even if you're in rookies or when you're starting out, don't really look at the rating and all that sort of crap because you're going to have guys just kicking your ass no matter what.
I struggled similar idea with when we were all playing GTS and then I went to ACC. Switching back and forth between titles was very difficult. I ended up becoming a lot slower in GT Sport because it was just a different kind of feel. I don't know if it's the car physics or it's the field of view or if it's just the way the game differs in its the way it does things. I don't, or an accumulation of all those things. It made it hard.
We'll all have to go back in for a daily race up the
Oh,
back.
yeah.
Have a bit of a
and see
smash
what
around
happens.
and
Bit of a showdown.
have a bit of a laugh. But it's all iRacing at the moment. So, I mean, before our last podcast, we've done a few races. And the 24-hour inks. The 24-hour.
Oh, this sounds like I'm about to get a setup.
Oh, what a great race we had, mate. Let's just
that was good.
see if this works. As we, I mean, here's the.
Ooh, fancy.
This is too fancy.
I don't know what we've got here. I think this is the start, mate. So
Yeah, it looks like the start to me.
So 6 of us racing. We didn't have Jad, unfortunately. Got to get you in the next one, mate.
In a 24-hour.
Well, any sort of endurance, mate. It's only a 2-hour, 4-hour stint here and there. But how are you feeling, Inks? Weight of the world on your shoulders?
Good question.
Bit of sweat.
I don't remember. We've done another endurance since this. That's a bit loud for me, that audio. But
That's loud.
Can't turn it down. Sorry.
oh yeah, fair enough.
There we go. Is that better?
Yeah, I wish
better.
I could remember. I know that I was sweating bullets, but in hindsight, I'm going to say I was cool, calm, and collected. But I know that's not how it was at the time. It was survival, I guess.
Bit of carnage on the first.
Yeah, this is it. Navigating this was lots of fun. 3 cars.
Team China, our good mates.
Yeah, good blokes. Top blokes.
Only one of the Team China drivers was a nice bloke.
Yeah, so I've got a feeling, what's the setup here? Is there a big, do I hit something, or
No,
am
I
I
just
going to
wanted
distribute some X's, or
to
is this an actual congratulations on a good opening lap, or?
No, I just wanted to push some buttons, man. I mean, that was a
Yeah.
good opening lap. You know, or maybe this one.
This is the setup. Have you got all these queued as nice setups?
Oh, I don't know, mate. I'm just mashing, trying to turn things down,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, press the buttons.
pushing buttons.
This is pretty cool, actually.
Here we go. Look at that. Don't know what
There's
lap
going to be
this is.
there's going to be someone parked in the middle of the road here, I feel.
This is very fancy.
Hey, look at this guy coming in, hot potatoes. Look at you. Where do you go, mate? What do you do? You got through, mate.
Yeah, that was extremely lucky. Lost probably about 10 spots there, but in all fairness, pretty much everyone that overtook us there probably won't finish the race.
Well, that was pretty much the outcome. Really, we didn't go in with very big expectations, and well, I mean, it turned out all right for us.
Well done, boys. Well done.
Yeah, I think the worst part about having such a successful first 24 hours is that the expectations from here is only greater. It's like, how can you finish? Because endurance is all about getting to the checkered flag, and then if you just go and jump in your first 24-hour race when you know sim racing is just carnage in general, and the odds of you making the first hour or the odds of you making it through the first lap without damage is very low, let alone seeing the first hour out. So the fact that we got it to the finish line, I don't believe anyone spun the car. It was all just off tracks. So it was a single spin.
Few off tracks, no spinnies,
no spins, no substantial damage. I think we had 10 seconds repairs at the end of my first stint, and then I'm not sure if anyone else took on repairs for the rest of the race. I had a couple of off tracks where I had to save it, but no spins. I only heard of one other half decent off track. So Yeah, I don't know what you say about it apart from.
No, it did really well.
This is the setup. Here we go.
Just
No? Yes? No.
Hang on, that's wrong. That's wrong.
This is not me.
That's the wrong one. That's the wrong one.
Yeah, that looks like a successful pit stop.
That's good.
So, just to answer the quick one from Baz there. No, mate. There's no Monza this weekend, unless the VRS 3-hour tomorrow night, which I'm not too sure how that's going to work. This is the setup. Yeah, South Oz is all over it. Here we go.
So what are we? We're position 23, mate. You've come in for you.
Yep, I've made 17 positions on the opening stint. The car is in excellent condition.
It is.
Loopy.
And there's no such thing as a pit box on the top row. I didn't even notice that car there, if I'm honest. I don't remember seeing that car there.
Nah, you were focusing on the green light, and let's get around this corner and bring it in.
Yeah, without dying.
Pull it up.
Now, as soon as you do the UE here, you come into the endurance pit lane and you start looking for your lollipop. The lollipop guy that I had already pre-identified prior to the race and let everyone know where he was. He was the last pit box down here.
He was definitely there. But
and there's no pit box here.
And as you can see, it was. I think I better do another lap. We had the fuel button. At least she came in.
Yeah.
At least she came in early with enough fuel.
Yeah, that was extremely lucky that we called that 1 lap early pit stop.
The tow truck would have been coming, mate.
Yeah. I wouldn't have lived down that tow truck, except would we have finished the race as well as we did? Would we finished as well if we did if I'd already got a tow truck in the first stint? Do you really care after that point? It's like, well, he got a tow truck. Doesn't matter. But the fact that I handed the car over to Laz with minimal to no damage, just, I don't know how you guys came through after that, especially after the first 8 hours and the car was handed over cleanly. That would have been a lot of pressure.
Oh, you handed it over to the pros, Jack and myself.
The night shift Jack, where all the work gets done.
Jack absolutely smashing it.
Did.
Not but Nitro and Keithy. Fantastic last stint.
Yeah, the finishes.
Keithy, don't know how you did it, Keith. Closing off the race with a couple of delirious dudes in the chat. A lot of shit spoken, and he still brought it through. And of course, Loops, good old Loops. He was there from the start. The pit crew, man.
The crew chief.
Yeah. Well done, Loops.
Yeah, it was a solid effort. Thanks for everyone that swung past too. That was that was a night of nights. Actually, I was fairly delirious by the 24-hour mark. I'd spent so many hours awake up until that time.
Could imagine.
It was hard to keep my brain. I don't even think my brain was ticking over. Actually, I think my mouth was moving, and that was about it. And that was good. Yeah, that was really good.
That's why I like iRacing. So we always wanted to do the team enduro sort of stuff, and it's just so much more fun racing with a couple of buddies, having a bit of a laugh, no expectation.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
You just don't get that with the other game.
I was going to say, yeah, you'd need to throw an S on the end of that because I don't know. Is there anyone else that can successfully do it?
You do league stuff with other games, but you'd have to create your own league or join one.
Yeah, but don't they struggle with the driver swaps? Because even ACC needs to have all the driver swaps before.
I don't know.
You even start racing. Otherwise, they don't work.
Oh, okay. So they've still got some glitches to work out, have they?
Yeah, apparently.
Well, they won't bother. They're too busy with.
I'll set a course 2. Yeah, that's what we need.
Yeah.
Loops has a PS3. Did you buy a Guitar Hero with a guitar? I want to see a show, Loops.
That's it.
I've got SingStar.
Oh, it's on, mate. So have I, actually.
We could start a band.
I've got Disney Singstar.
Forget endurance racing.
Yeah, I've had enough of this. I'm selling me equipment.
Yeah, going straight to Singstar K-pop. I heard that's your preferred disc.
Love K-pop. Love a bit of K-pop. Joe loves a bit of Spice Girls.
Do. Yes, I do. Colours of the world. Every boy and every girl.
But he only buys the CD late at night at Kmart, 24-hour store.
You can
Crash
talk Britney
Bandicoot.
Spears.
Hey, nothing wrong with Britney, mate. Nothing wrong with Britney.
It's
Nothing wrong
Britney,
with it.
bitch.
It's just her dad.
So who has Crash Bandicoot? Really? I was going to say, is there a game you don't have?
Yes, lots. Addie's got all the games. Ferbs has the games.
Name a game. I'll pull them out for you.
Really? That's next level. I can play 2 games. No, actually, I can play about. I think I've got a set of Corsa Competizione, a set of Corsa, Gran Turismo Sport,
Project
iRacing,
Cars?
and then I did have it once. I don't know if I still have it. I've had it in the past, but I've got all the Gran Turismos, obviously. But yeah,
The collection.
Good old GT. Gran Turismos.
Yeah, I was thinking when you were talking about the iRacing money hole that it is, that I think I paid $12 for Gran Turismo.
Oh, really?
And what else did we get? Everything was free after that, wasn't it? Except the Lewis Hamilton pack.
Lewis Hamilton, yeah.
Which was almost as much as the game itself.
I was going to say, yeah, so if you doubled down, you'd double the price. That's next
Money back.
$24. Did you ever get the diamonds in the end?
I got 4 or 5.
You can't be bothered grinding for diamond.
We just watched you grind it. That was hard enough.
A couple of them were fairly hard, but then you go back and do it, and now that I've learned so much more after doing them, it's like, oh, why did it take me so long the first time?
But have you really learned anything?
Oh, who knows?
Could go
am I
back
even
to
alive?
Gran Turismo, but with controllers. How about that?
I've done that. Well,
yeah.
Well, because my steering wheel broke, so I tried that 1 week to have a go on controllers. I was 2.5 seconds slower on controller.
Whoa.
I
How
thought
does
that was
Metal
good.
Gear do it then?
I don't know. He obviously knows how to play on controller. I think
he's
he was a
been
pro controller
playing,
player long before he was a pro
He was
steering wheel player.
Yeah.
GT4.
And did you have your gears up the top or on buttons with the
I
controller?
play like L1, L2, or no, L2, L, whatever it's called, like the progressive ones of my brake and throttle.
Oh,
And
the
then
triggers at the back,
gear-
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where the gear shifters are. I assume that, I don't know. I just grab it and put it in my hands and then I play it.
Grab
It's like,
it, shake it. First,
Yeah.
second, third.
Yeah, exactly.
Now it's steering wheels.
Yeah, I don't know. You wouldn't use the bumpers, would you? Or would you?
I use analog for everything.
What? Nah.
Analog, right stick.
Yeah. Right stick,
Accelerate,
accelerate, brake.
How do you do overlap? Can't overlap, mate. You're
No.
losing time. No
Don't need
overlap. Yeah, everybody needs overlap. All open wheel drivers use overlap. It's only the enduro drivers that don't overlap.
Challenge you to a controller time trial.
I actually prefer using my tongue joking. So.
Good old
Oh.
head tilt.
Yeah, come on. Don't worry, I do it in the chair right here. I'll be like, oh, get mad cheese, oh shit. Falling over. It's bloody, yeah. Nah. It's the mouth position, it's everything, you know? All that contributes to how much speed you're going to have.
Secrets of speed.
Debs, welcome.
Aha. Who is this?
Devs.
Mr. Devs.
In the 313 Detroit represent.
And I'm just
Word.
reading up a notch. Baz,
What did we
telling
miss?
me he thought I was a young person. I am.
Oh, you are. We're all young at heart.
Exactly.
When's your 25th birthday? Jack.
Oh, it's years away.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. It's going to take years.
Got to get my license first.
Tell me you used to sound like that.
Most likely.
Yeah, you did, mate.
Little whippersnappers. Thanks, Jacob.
Happy 18th.
Yeah.
If only. I get sore legs just playing iRacing.
So what's on the cards coming up? Have we got any plans? What's the next? So you reckon you can't do the next 12 hour?
Maybe. It depends. It doesn't look like me lovely mum's going to be able to make it up into Queensland.
So you
These
could
closures.
a stint could become available. A driver.
Yeah, what about you? What about you, Jad?
What day is it?
You love
28th of August.
What day of the month is that?
It's a Saturday.
Saturday.
Inks has got them all locked in his head.
Well, that'd mean I'd have to, 1, subscribe. 2, I'd have to get into car and a track, I assume.
Yes, you need to buy Catalonia.
Which means I have to get the discount, so I'm going to have to buy 2 cars and a track, or 2 tracks and a car.
Well, yeah, you are behind a few tracks, mate.
You're just spending too much time playing Grand Theft Auto on AC.
Yeah. This is true. I have to jump that threshold of, I've played enough of the freebies in iRacing to be bored, and I'm not playing iRacing as much as you guys are. I have to make some purchases to get into this again. But then there's also, ACC or Gran Turismo, it's just jump in, start a race, go. And there's that.
Speaking about purchases, I do have advice for anyone that's looking to jump in. Don't buy the cars for the high-level licenses. Buy cars for low-level licenses, because there's more tracks. Like every expensive car, you're going to have to buy 10 tracks before you can use it. All the D grade and C grade cars, at least 5 or 6 of their tracks will be free every season. So you don't have to, because it's like you get a couple of A cars and B cars and whatever, and then all of a sudden you can't use any of them because you have to buy all the tracks. They're all at paid tracks.
So what would you recommend then for a newbie jumping in to purchase? What would be the first 3 or 4 cars you'd want to look into?
Oh, that's maybe over my head. But just the D grade cars. If you're into road, get the road Ds, whatever cars are for D grade, which I think is like you can choose like the Audi TT or a GT4 car. Like I think the BMW GT4 car, the Audi TT, Skip Barber, or USF Formula 2000, I think are all the D class cars, and maybe even a Ferrari GT3 car. And then you can do.
You need a GT3 car.
Right.
Yeah, but that's for B grade.
Yeah,
and then they're all paid tracks. Yeah, but then you got to buy all the tracks. The idea is not having to buy tracks. If you want to play the game without having to buy tracks,
well, it's not possible.
Mm.
Because you're going to have to buy a car anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you get if you buy 3 D grade and C grade cars, you'll get more mileage than you will buying a B grade car and a track.
So if I was, say, to buy a GT3 Ferrari right now as a B class, I'd still not be able to get on track because I don't have the actual tracks.
Like there would be 3 or 4 weeks per 12 weeks that you could race it for free. Whereas if you if you use the Ferrari, it's a D grade GT3 car, I think.
Right.
And if you open like the D grade class races, most of those are operated on free tracks. So they'll have like 8 free tracks and 4 paid ones or whatever. So you'll get 8 races per season, per 12 weeks, rather than trying to say buying a McLaren, buying the Mercedes GT3 car and then you can only race 4 races every 12 weeks because it's only.
Oh, great! I just bought the Mercedes GT3.
No, just as an example, because there's heaps more. Mate. Yeah,
but it depends what. Yeah, I think if you're going to race, you're going to race. You're going to spend your money. I can't justify just doing MX5 all the time.
Oh no, I'm not advocating that. I'm just advocating that if you just didn't want to spend money on tracks, just buy 3 D class cars for $30, and you'll get a lot more mileage than buying 2 B grade tracks and a B grade car.
And stay away from NASCAR. Don't make the mistake I did with buying the Monte Carlo SS and racing it twice. And then
NASCAR's a whole new deep hole.
Yeah,
like that's
a $5,000-6,000 game.
Holy cow!
Yeah. Like I was just doing the math on the NASCAR, and you've got to buy 36 tracks.
Holy moly!
Yeah, they do 40 races per season, and 4 of them are free. 36 purchase tracks.
Let's not forget that it's US dollars too when we see that.
Yeah, so that is next level. That's bill shock right there.
So you'd really want to love NASCAR a lot.
Yeah, I think you're gonna have to like love it, like froth for it. So, like,
I froth for it, mate. Yeah. I think the pickup truck is the best option for your NASCAR. You got your rookie pickup and your C class pickup events, at least. But still, even then, you're going to race Daytona, and that's probably about it.
Jokin's asking if there's a GTR in iRacing.
No. Is there even a Nissan in iRacing?
No Nissan. There's no Bentley. Bring the Bentley and the Nissan.
No, they do have a severe shortage of cars. But I think they're trying to rectify that because apparently millions of console players are flooding to iRacing. So they're going to get a big hit of people that want a lot of car variety in a lot of classes. So I can envision over the next 2 or 3 years, since the sim racing boom of COVID, that the game's going to grow massively. Like, that's my guess.
Yeah.
Like, they're already releasing a track per season plus 1 or 2 cars. I think like all the money that they made in 2020 is starting to come to the front.
You've got another few coming for next season, apparently.
Yeah. Again.
More money.
Jesus, I may as well go back to real car hobbies. I came to this because it was meant to be cheaper and more accessible.
Oh, but it's fun. It's fun, but tinkering away.
Speaking of sim races, I believe you've heard some news this week, Kinks, about us sim racers and what sim race drivers are.
Oh yeah. There's a bloke, the owner of a motorsport team called Glickenhaus, has cast shade over sim racers lately, and I was just wondering, what do we think? Like, what? I don't even know how to phrase it anymore. But what is sim racing without motorsport? Like, are we a part of motorsport? Is motorsport a different entity? If there's no such thing as motorsport anymore, does sim racing still have a place?
Well, your sim racer is connected to motorsport. It's your fan base as well.
Yeah.
Dudes that are smashing out hours in sim racing are obviously motorsport fans. They're going to buy tickets. They're going to buy merch.
Yeah, that's what I reckon.
They're going to buy merch.
Yeah, no names.
Yeah, it's all connected, man.
Yeah, do you reckon he's right to throw shade, say that we're pretend racers?
I think he's just a bit. Well, because you were saying he was.
Yeah, he's an older bloke.
Something about Le Mans, and now he's making prototype cars. So
Yeah,
you go make your prototype cars, mate, that no one's going to drive.
and then
Have a little
because
cry.
I think you're missing a big market. Like, what happens when iRacing goes, "Oh, can we make your car?" And he's like, "Sim racing's for wankers," and then no one's ever heard of his car. Whereas I like cars purely from the games. Like, I wouldn't have even known what is it like. There was an iteration of Gran Turismo where I learnt a heap of new cars. I think the WRX was one of them. I'd never heard of that. Then all of a sudden it was on Gran Turismo, and it was like, they brought out, Gran Turismo. There's like an Audi, maybe even like the Audi R8 or something. I'd never heard of that until you got it in Gran Turismo. I remember actually the Mercedes CLK GTR. Never heard of that till I played it in like Gran Turismo 1. Like, there's just all these cars that no one's ever heard of until a game picks them up and uses them, and then they become cult icons. Like, you're like, oh, this car was so awesome in the game, and then you go and find it in real life and follow it. And
yeah,
he sounds old and grumpy, mate. I don't know what his problem is.
I mean, it's the kids of today playing PlayStation could be the Formula One drivers of the next generation.
Yeah, it's definitely.
It's a big influence on the driving racing real world. I think it's only going to get bigger. It's a bit ignorant, I think, to claim it, just to play it down as if it's fake racing.
Yeah,
it's a simulation. We're trying to simulate. We all simulate different ways, and we enjoy it.
It's car culture as well. Like, you're pretty much sticking your finger up at not just at racing, but just at people who like cars, or
yep,
just motorsport in general as well. You're pretty much saying that I'm the greatest. I'm going to make me prototypes, and you all suck.
And because his cars shade at sim races or whatever, does this mean no game's going to pick up his cars as well? So his cars will never make it into a game now, and then no one will ever have heard of them.
Yeah.
Or no, the team's not going to make a simulator for his drivers. So I mean, all your F1 dudes have sim training setups and shit.
Yeah.
So what? He's going to make a team with no sim setups.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he probably would, but then he's just contradicting himself, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Power Memes is all over it, isn't he? Like, welcome to the broadcast, mate.
How are you, buddy?
Yeah, 98. Actually, 98 might be the first time I played.
Oh, Need for Speed High Stakes. What a classic.
Yeah. That's good times. 98, good year. Was there an actual Need for Speed before that? I'm thinking like 96. Would there have been a Need for Speed that early?
So there was just,
PlayStation?
Nah, on a computer. I played it on a computer first, on a keyboard. I remember racing it, and it was...
I think it was just Need for Speed, yeah.
Oh, yeah, maybe it was just Need for Speed. So maybe High Stakes is number 2.
I went for Need for Speed 3. And then that's when they started naming them, I think. Yeah, High Stakes was
Hot Pursuit.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, where was what have we missed in the chat?
186. That's all you need, joking, for iRacing. Get on it, mate.
Yeah, welcome, Housey. Yeah, definitely interested in GT7. Like, I'm a Gran Turismo fanboy, so I'll be interested to see how I feel now that I've moved away from it for the first time. Like, because even all my forays into Forza, I never really left Gran Turismo. Like, that was just while I was waiting for the next Gran Turismo come out, I would play Forza. Whereas I don't think
that's all that sort of really happens. But
you're just playing iRacing till the next Gran Turismo. That's all you're doing.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's true though. Like, once upon a time I would have believed that, but like, in the big gaps in between Gran Turismo games in the past, I've just like, every 3 months or 6 months or whatever, I check how long it is until the next Gran Turismo comes out. But I haven't even thought about it, if I'm honest.
I think we've all stopped looking.
Yeah, it's not coming out. It's not coming out till 2025 now.
Yeah, when it comes out, of course, I'm sure everyone's going to get it. But will I? I won't be looking at it as how I used to look at it after playing iRacing. Not to be snobby or. I think just Gran Turismo for me, I came in pretty late to GT Sport really, and I just played it. I'd played enough of it. The racing was getting terrible to me. It's not to say that you still can't have fun on it. I mean, heaps of you guys are still playing it and loving it, and I still enjoy watching everybody stream it and that, but can I race in it? Nah, I'm not after playing iRacing. I wanted something more engaging, I guess.
Yeah.
I jump in it every now and then for the VR aspect, just to sit in the car and go for a drive. If a new car comes out, like the 86 that came out a couple of weeks ago, just jump in and go for a cruise. But nothing online racing wise.
Yeah, I haven't even tried it yet. Like, I downloaded that Gran Turismo Sport update, but then I haven't even turned it on yet. Like, because I've got to unplug the wheel from the computer and plug it back into the PlayStation. That means I have to hop out of my race chair, and that's really
hard,
difficult.
Mate. That's fucking hard.
Getting it out of the chair is so difficult.
I actually found there's a little device you can buy. It's just got USB on either end, and then a USB out and a switch.
Oh, lovely.
So you can flick it from PC to PlayStation.
Yeah. And as for the interesting question between the drop-off in views, yeah, definitely, because my channel was 100% built on Gran Turismo, and now there's no Gran Turismo content, so it's pretty much like starting the channel again.
Does it sort of bother you seeing that, Inks, or you don't? I mean, I know you never really added your channel to be super duper famous or any.
It's just I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I would, because it's only short term, really. I've only done 6 iRacing streams. When I've done 600 iRacing streams and there's been no growth or movement or change, then I might care. But up until that point, it doesn't really worry me. I haven't put as much effort into the iRacing as I have into like growing the channel as a Gran Turismo channel. But when or if I do, then then it would definitely.
I think you've got the tags wrong in some of your headings. Like I think you need to change from iRacing to the Pit Simulator.
Yes, this is it, because it is the real Pit Simulator. This is all I do, mate. I just get the car repaired. I just go out on track. I try and have an accident before the second corner.
It's some great stuff. Your last stream, mate. I mean, I gave you some tips with the V. You're flying, mate, onto victory after one corner, and it all went to shit.
You don't happen to know a guy named Gus by any chance, do you?
Oh, love Gus.
Yeah, top bloke. Yeah, g'day, Keithy.
Keithy.
It's the finisher. Keithy, the finisher.
The finisher.
24 hours.
Yeah, or just to come back to Housey, like just as I finished playing Gran Turismo, I wouldn't say I was getting sick of it because I still loved it, but I think the player base had just fallen so far that it was just not as enjoyable as it was. And I really liked it when the penalty system was super strict. Like I get extremely upset if someone touches me for no reason. Like if they make a mistake and hit me, whatever. But if like they just like do that, just touch your rear quarter just to get past or and shit like that, that used to just really annoy me. And then they made the really, really strict update that everybody hated and everybody stopped playing. And I thought that was the best ever because no one ever touched you. And then they're like, oh, we need to get all those players back. So they turned the penalty system off again. And it just went to like a shit show. It went to absolutely like guys coming from 5 cars lengths back sideways and bumping into you. And it was just like, I can't.
Big breaks, mate. Big breaks.
Yeah, I can't deal with that. And I had more fun doing time attack than I ever did like trying to race people. So
Thanks, Keith. This shirt was bought for me by Furby when I went and visited up in Queensland. He found this gem and we love it.
I had to buy 2. I bought it because I knew
Had to
his
do
wife probably would have gone, Joe, no.
Yep. And then every time she looks at me with it on, you get the rolling of the eyes.
That's
Such
my
a
favourite
kid.
shirt. It's my gaming shirt.
That's it.
Leave me alone.
That's it.
It's spot on there, Loops. I think there's a little bit of misconceptions with iRacing that there's no races and setups and etc. There's more races on iRacing than there is on GT Sport. They're always ready to go, depending on what you want to race. And like Inks was saying, they're switching to a lot of in-house baseline setups now for each track, and high downforce, low downforce, push a button, and a race away. So don't be too scared of. Be more scared of pushing buttons on your PC just to get the freaking thing running.
Yeah.
Yes, mate. That is my pet hate.
It's all good, but everything else. One day you'll turn on iRacing and there'll be no sound, and you'll be like, huh?
If you can get your head around that, then jumping in the cockpit and just putting on the baseline is more than you need.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Housey. The setups. Well, what are you using at the moment, mate? People, you get away with a G29 or whatever.
Oh, right. Hardware is in...
I mean, Loops was playing on the G29 for a while his Fanatec was being repaired. Plenty of
a lot
G29
of aliens with
use.
G29s.
Yeah. Way too many. You hear so many stories of old 7K player on a what's the DGTF or something, DFGTs or something.
Wow.
Like there was a 7 or 8K player on one of those, and I was like, oh my god, like you really don't need anything, do you? You just got to plug something in and have a go.
Yeah. Yeah. T300's fine.
Sorry, Housey. I'm just getting confused with you.
Too much lag. You need to go ultra low latency.
You're talking about PC. Yes, PCs do cost. They do cost, man. It isn't cheap. That's a definite.
Like, so I think Housey must have started playing GTS just after the glory days. So I think like 2019 would have been not necessarily in numbers, but like that was a really good year. All the way leading up to COVID, actually, GTS was really good.
Yeah, I mean, whatever mate, you just play whatever makes you happy, mate. I'll still play me PS5, Wreckfest. I'll play anything with wheels. But when it comes to wanting to sim race or whatever you want to call it, it is now iRacing, but wouldn't be here without the Gran Turismo, of course.
It is the gateway drug, mate.
Still always play it. Same with Forza.
It's marijuana.
I'm still hanging for new Forza Horizon as well. Shouldn't matter what you're playing. No, none of them are better than each other. It's just what you like at the time.
Definitely. Oh, so Housey jumped on board during COVID. Lovely. Yeah, that was a big influx of players then, wasn't there? Like I really used some of that time to hone some of the skill set. Actually, that's where I finally learned how to race properly. I think. Well, when I say properly, I mean better than the amateur hour racing I was doing.
Yeah, I mean, you'd still have good bloody races on there. It's just it's the same with iRacing, man. I mean, shit. How many times last week did you get out of turn 1 X?
Well, I did 3 races at Phillip Island, and I made it past turn 1 once, and that was making it to turn 2.
See, there you go. And you still had a smile on your face, mate. See, Gran Turismo, you get reset, you keep driving. So, Gran Turismo's got one up.
Yeah,
no tow trucks.
First race at Phillip Island, I went over the crest, down into the braking zone. So, 300 meters. My second race at Phillip Island, I made it into turn 1 before I died. And the third race at Phillip Island, I made it all the way into the braking zone of turn 2 before I died. It was awesome. It was some of the best streaming you will ever see. 10 minutes of repairs each time, 2.5 minute lap tows. Scintillating. You cannot
every
like
time
that.
I tuned in, mate, I was working. Every time I tuned in, you were in the pits.
Yeah, it's the real pit simulator.
Gran
Turismo, the real driving simulator. iRacing, the real pit simulator. It's just, it's killer.
I wish they'd let you drive the tow truck when you call it. Make it a little bit more fun.
That would be cool.
Yeah, for sure.
iRacing, put in a tow truck.
A whole new penalty system.
Well, I'm running out of time, so if you guys have got anything else we should cover, is there anything else we should?
No,
maybe
can't think of nothing.
Maybe the schedule. What's the new podcast schedule, or are we still sorting that out?
We're still kind of sorting it out. We're going to try weekly. We'll suss
get
it
back
out.
On top.
Get back. We'll just start cranking out dribble.
Yep.
VRS. Anybody doing VRS tomorrow? Possibly. I need a driver in the Mercedes. 3 hours. Laz, come on, mate. I know you don't want to do it.
What about the Porsche? I can do it in the Porsche.
Oh, I can do it in the Porsche then. I can do it. I can drive anything, mate. You know that.
Yeah, I'm not going to say I'm available, but at the last minute, I could become available.
Okay. Me too.
Like right
Jad,
at the 12th hour.
You're waiting for a better offer?
I'm not waiting for a better offer, but there could be.
Love stamp pass. He knows. That it's probably going to be over quicker than it was last week, lads.
It's Long Beach, mate. You're not making it to turn 2.
Mate,
you heard that. You've got the tip, mate. This is going to be
Red Bull.
It's going to. The title of your stream is going to be Long Beach Pit Lane.
Pit Simulator, Long Beach edition.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go. Loopy's in.
There you go. You've got a driver.
Get the Merc, mate.
Go straight to someone that lends you a lot of money, and then hook yourself up with a track and a car, and
let's go. We'll put the call out later. We'll see how we're going for time, and we do want to do the VRS.
Oh, this is where you put the link for the Discord. Say jump in the Discord, and we'll organise the race later.
Jump in the Discord.
I
don't know. There's no link.
I don't know.
Loopy's
saying it's somewhere else. I don't even know. Yeah, it won't be Long Beach because that's the. Where is VRS held this week?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Long Beach.
You sure?
Yeah, it's whatever the VRS fan labs.
Yeah,
right.
No stress.
Oh well, all good. Well, thanks for the chat, fellas.
Yeah, no, it's been
it's good.
It's been good. I enjoy being back here.
Well, you look very professional, mate. Joe and
I thank you. I'm trying to
have to update our attire.
We said that last time. We haven't done nothing.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make a link for the Discord, but I'm struggling.
Yeah, that's better. There we go. That's how we just do the stream.
Wait on. No, this is how you race whatever that race I did the other day. See,
Yeah.
fellas? That's how you come down to the apex. See that? You come down to the apex and there's already a car on the corner.
Yikes.
Squeezed him. You squeezed him. It's the open wheels, mate. It's so bloody hard. I mean, what are you going to do?
Oh,
Special
what can
shout
you
out
do,
to
mate?
Car Lube.
Look,
Oh.
his wheel's gone. You crossed the line with one broken wheel, but I mean, that was an effort.
Yeah, it's not easy to do. It's- I can't see what you're doing because I've changed to
He's
something
pushing
else.
buttons.
Here we go.
He's
Yeah, I'm
buttons.
pushing. How do you know I'm
Such-
pushing buttons?
Such a pro streamers, all of us. There we go.
Oh, look at that.
Sweet, that's
Ooh.
better. That's how we should have had it.
Sweet.
Which one's that? Beep, beep. Ah, look at that.
Oh, look at that.
That's
That's the one I thought you were going with because so I could have the. Oh, look at that. There's a steering wheel there, fellas. Hey, look at that.
Ooh.
I'm like a real sim racer.
This is
Oh.
what faces do you put when you race? You
You don't want to. You don't want to know the faces that you can pull.
well, with your streams last week, there wasn't much of this. It was
No.
just hands off the
Oh.
wheel going.
I could probably actually return my wheel unused.
Just don't need it. There we go. Discord link. Come and join us on Discord.
Yeah, come and hang out.
Give us some
Ferbs needs
suggestions.
co-driver.
Any questions for the stream?
Yeah, there's stuff in there. We've still got the GT sports stuff. Shout out to Andy for chucking in the GT bot. So if you like stats, stat away with the GT bot. I still don't know how to bloody enter the code to do all that stuff, but Andy will help you out with that.
Is there an iRacing one or an ACC one?
He's looking
I
into
think
it.
it's in the build.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think there's a build coming.
Stats galore.
Oh, mate.
Millions.
Wait until you get into data logging.
Loopy
It's the
loves
greatest.
stat.
You talking telemetry stuff or?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm a fan. I froth for it.
Me too. Get a little
We should
carried away
compare
with it.
data.
We should. Actually, no. No, I don't want to.
Oh, come on, man.
I could
Oh,
learn a
how's
thing or,
he's
thing or
joined the
two.
Discord? Welcome, mate. Thanks for clicking on that, buddy. Make yourself at
Ah,
home.
you're a legend. Yeah, yeah. We're all in there. We're all friendly lads.
But yeah, so we'll be back next week. Don't know if it'll be a Friday. We need to work out some times. There might be 2 a week. One
Yep.
with 3 of us every now and then. One with 2 of us. I don't know because Jad's doing. We'll worry about that later.
Yeah, this is off-air chat.
And I've got that rash that I need to clear up. So
Still got that. Wow.
yeah,
Get that looked at, mate.
I like it. All right.
Cheers.
How do we end it? What do you
I'm
do?
not too sure.
You do-
Thanks,
you do
everyone,
like
for
a-
swinging past.
You do
Really
like a
enjoyed.
Well, that's how you start a stream.
That's how it's done.
That's how you start a stream. But anyway, we'll go now. All right. See you, fellas.
Vacant
See
look
you,
at monitor
boys.
2.